Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, episode 20, the season finale. Before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks.
What, there's gonna be some winners and there's gonna be some losers. Remember when you called me and you said these girls have flipped on you?
Well, that'll come up at the reunion.
I am long-winded, Dee, and this is really important. Am I boring you?
You and your husband were laughing at my up life.
The way that you spoke to me is not okay.
You were being a bitchy
Why didn't you leave Tom sooner?
Where was I going?
I know what you make on this show.
Hold on.
He's having multiple affairs. Yet, as we know, he put $20 million and more into your account. Who believes Erica did not know anything about what Tom was doing?
Can someone please back me the up on what I'm saying?
You were manipulating the narrative by saying that the cognitive decline started 3 years ago.
That's not true. Again, here you are, looking at me, rolling your eyes.
It lands differently when there are air crash victims. Have you asked him if he did it?
I asked him, why?
Okay, so listen. Was Erica lying or was she lying? Okay, so that's just my opinion. She seems as if she was lying. Absolutely. And when he asked her what Tom said, didn't it seem as if she either knew that she was lying or she was trying to rethink her lie, or was she thinking, oh my gosh, the attorneys are about to kill me. I'm not supposed to be talking to Tom. You know what I mean? What is going on here? I'm just here to say thank you, Andy Cohen, for following the orders of NBC Universal, allegedly. I'm hearing that he was told, allegedly, not to go easy on Erica. I don't know. I'm excited about this. I am excited about the upcoming season as well. I have been hearing on the blogs, it's a little gossip out here, that they are auditioning a friend of Dorit, some lady named Holly, who is a billionaire. Her and her husband have more money than Kathy Hilton, okay? So if she gets on this show, it's about to be something, let me tell you. But I'm surprised she's friends with Dorit, allegedly. Anyway, I don't know these people. All of that is alleged. Let's get on to this boring season finale. So it turns out that Crystal would like to have a Chinese New Year party, and she's looking over the venue and she's there with Erica. So Erica's, walking through the venue with her. And Erica gives Crystal the same line that she gave at Kathy's dinner party. She says that she has not forgiven or forgotten what Sutton has been doing to her this season. However, she cannot continue to be angry. So she says that she will remember those who were with her and those who weren't. And I would just like to say, who cares? What are you gonna do? I mean, to those who weren't with you. Nothing, ma'am. I mean, seriously, who's afraid of you? Except for Kyle and Dorit and Lisa. I don't know. But no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Who cares? Take your list, write it down, print it in gold, shove it in your purse. Who cares? Write it in your diary. I mean, girl, go on somewhere. Then we see Kathy at her spec house. And I was so excited that she explained what that was, because I had no idea. I mean, I'm not rich. I don't have a spec house. I just have this one house. She says that this is a house that she had purchased for herself, her and her husband. And this house is up to $53 million. Do you understand what I'm saying to you people? $53 million. Oh, Lord. You know what? The things I could do with $53 million. Anyway, her and her husband have decided to sell this home. She is building this house from the ground up. They were supposed to move in, but her husband says that they have memories at their current home. So they're just gonna keep the current house and sell this one. This new house is 18,000 square feet. I said, wow, Kathy is really rich. And Sutton makes the comment that she feels really poor. And I said, well, you can only imagine how I feel if Sutton, the rich, is feeling poor. I'm just saying, I'm poor. I don't have any money. People hit me up in my Cash App. I'm broke. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Sutton tells Kathy that she was nervous when they were leaving Del Mar because things were almost back to normal with Erica, and she was worried that when they came back home, things may become volatile again. But she doesn't know if she can truly believe that things would ever be back to normal with her and Erica, considering how horrible Erica was to her. But she is also very much aware that that apology Erica gave her was as fake and phony as a $3 bill. No, ma'am. And I'm thankful that Sutton realizes, no, ma'am.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe? It should be more natural, brother. It should flow out like this. Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
So the evil four go out for lunch. That's Kyle, Erica, Dorit, and Lisa. Erica says that she has mellowed out a little bit. She has decided to just let things go with Sutton. She's going to, go to Crystal's event and try to celebrate Chinese New Year. But she couldn't. No, Kyle wouldn't let that happen. Are you kidding me? You're going to go somewhere and have a civilized dinner? This woman has her whole family there, her mama's new boyfriend or somebody. I don't know who that man was. Anyway, these people are respectful. You gonna come to these people's place and act a fool. I'm serious. She says that she is going to be respectful, but no, Kyle is not here for it. Kyle is not here for it. Her role this season is to be a bone collector pot stirrer. This is her storyline all season.
And I'm gonna have a nice time tomorrow for Chinese New Year. So if she comes at me with something stupid, that's on her.
I mean, I had a conversation with her. She basically just said, I still feel how I feel. She thinks we have not been honest about the car accident.
That bitch. My story is true, and it will always be the same, and it will never change. Tom had an accident. He,
I know you didn't know. I
and
don't
he
remember
couldn't
that.
tell me where he was. My son caught off duty and came home and helped me find him.
Erica, why are you telling us just little bits and pieces of this story instead of all at once? And this is very confusing.
You're gonna tell me I'm a liar? Bitch, do you wanna get socked in the mouth?
I mean, the fact that Erica and Sutton were on their way to being in a better place, and Kyle decides that she's just gonna throw Sutton under the bus yet again, it's ridiculous. It's as if she's using Sutton as her mouthpiece. So Sutton is saying all the things that Kyle really wants to say, but she's too scared to say it herself. So she's just gonna continue to pretend to be this woman's friend. You are being so disrespectful to Sutton. I mean, it's ridiculous how bad Kyle really is. So after all of this, now Erica is threatening violence towards Sutton, and she's all riled up about Sutton again. Girl, stop this mess. And why do they feel as if they have to keep bringing up these stories that she's telling? Everyone knows that these stories are really fantastical. I mean, I don't know for sure, but in my opinion, they are lies. I mean, my goodness, Ham. And she can't retell the story because she doesn't remember. And everybody's mom has told them that before in their life. If you tell one lie, you've got to tell multiple lies to cover up that lie, and you can never remember the lie. If you stick with the truth, it's going to be the same no matter what. I'm just saying, Erica, stick with the truth, hon. And then you don't have to look puzzled and take drinks, I'm just saying, I have no real proof of this. Just my opinion. You know what? These women make me sick. I mean, it's real clear that they don't care much about these victims, period. All they care about is Erica and her friendship. What her friendship does for these ladies, I have no idea. They are clearly always on eggshells and then kissing this woman's butt constantly. I'm not even gonna cover that awkward date Garcelle went on. Ma'am, please ask the dating coach. That man was a mess. And I think he's an actor. He looked really familiar. But bye, guy. See you later. Didn't it seem as if they were having their date in the back seat of a car with the hatchback up or something? I don't like dates like that. I'm just saying, if we're not at the drive-in movie, I don't want to be in the back of your SUV. I really don't. So they all get to this beautiful restaurant. I loved the handmade candy that the candy guy was there making. They looked like lollipops. They were beautiful. All the ladies looked amazing. They really...
Damn, Brenda.
She's a type of princess.
This is a look. Wow.
Fun, huh?
So good.
Yeah, it's so good.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's not my favorite. But what are you going to say to someone? Hi, you look great.
Clearly, Garcelle said Lisa does not look good. Now, Garcelle, let me give you a tip. I learned it from my daddy. Never tell somebody they look good if they don't. You're not supposed to lie. I learned that the hard way.
I would love to see a reach out to Denise at some point. Not forced, obviously,
No,
but if you felt like...
you know me. It's about timing, and when that presents itself.
Yeah.
And, you know, I hope that can happen at some point.
There's a lot of people on social media wondering why Garcelle is pushing this situation with Denise. I think Garcelle's bringing up Denise because Denise allegedly has a little interest of returning to the show. I think this would be a great time for Denise to come back. However, I don't think that Lisa will ever reach out to Denise or ever apologize to Denise without the Bravo cameras rolling and without her getting a check. Speaking of checks, in that preview for the upcoming reunion, when Andy says to Erica, "I know what you make," that had me down. I was out after that. I said, "Oh, I'm dead." You know, and I kind of did a little Google to see if it would tell me how much she makes per season. And it says online, and I don't know if it's correct, it says that she makes $500,000 each season. Her, Kyle, and Lisa. I really don't think her, Kyle, or Lisa are worth $500,000 a season. I'm saying, please divide all of their money up and give it to Garcelle and Sutton. I'm serious. Quit playing with us. Anyway, Lisa is never going to apologize to Denise if she is not getting a check and on camera. And 2 episodes later, she will be down Denise's throat again. In my mind, Erica has something on Lisa. I don't know what it is. Is it have anything to do with any Swiss bank accounts? Any accounts in the Caymans? Do you have pictures of Harry Hamlin? What is happening? I mean, I just can't. These people.
This is not a metaphorical conversation of you sweeping things under the rug.
Me? I don't think I do sweep things under the rug.
If we're going to listen to what Crystal's saying,
I'm going to kill you all one day. But Erica, I do think if we're going to talk about sweeping under the rug and starting a new year right, if we can both find a place to do that, I would be very happy. And I don't want to sweep under the rug. I don't want to keep anything under the rug because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe. But I don't want any ill will between us going into this Chinese New Year. I really don't.
Why is everyone so quiet?
I was gonna say, anyone got
Because
no
we're all looking at you to see what you say. What do you say back? Anything at all?
I have nothing to say.
I don't need an apology from someone who is ready to condemn me for 6-7 months.
Well, I mean that from the heart.
Well, first of all, let me just say, Kyle, you really make me sick. You really do. If you ever see this video, get close when I say this. I can't stand you, ma'am. You are a wreck. You have had 0 storyline this season. Lisa Rinna, what was your storyline this season besides showing off all those old clothes in your garage and talking about your daughter? What was it? Just being up Erica's ass all season long. I have had it. And you know what? First of all, I didn't hear an apology from Sutton because she doesn't owe you an apology, Erica. You are in the middle of this gorgeous dinner. Gorgeous dinner. Even if you are absolutely ticked with Sutton, all you had to say was, thank you so much, Sutton. Can we talk about this later? Or just a thank you, Sutton, period. Oh, you are a tacky, tacky woman. It was just, oh, Kyle. It was just once again trying to set Sutton and Erica up to fight at Crystal's event. That's disrespectful in itself. You are just not a nice person, Kyle. Bye, Kyle. In my Ken voice. Kyle is just a shady, manipulated woman. All she wants to do is to create drama and ratings so she can continue to be on this show. I mean, seriously, get rid of Kyle and Lisa. Bring back Lisa Vanderpump. I'd rather see Kim than Kyle at this point. And Kim is a mess. I'm just saying, I cannot stand it. And I understand that after the reunion show, off camera, Erica and Kyle had some kind of knockdown, drag out verbal fight that is going to be carried over into the new season. I'm here for it. This is just ridiculous. This shady, nasty woman. The only person at that table that owes an apology is Erica. Erica owes Sutton an apology for being nasty, bullying, threatening her. Sutton is a lovely person who was personally just being honest, trying to keep it 100, while everybody else was kissing your butt, talking crap behind your back into the camera. I mean, seriously, Kyle owes Sutton an apology. Dorit owes Sutton an apology. All of you ladies suck. None of you had a storyline. The only people that had a storyline this season was Erica and just Erica. I mean, when you think about it, the whole show was all about Erica and her legal problems. Sutton's situation was wrapped around Erica and her legal problems. Dorit and Garcelle, what was the storylines? Like, I don't know. Nobody had a storyline but Erica. But I tell you what, Sutton was working. And Garcelle was too, because she was battling and fighting with Erica a little bit, Lisa a little bit, and Dorit. The rest of the ladies, what was you doing? Including Crystal, who is a lovely woman. But she didn't have much of a storyline either. You know what? In the end, I was happy for Sutton. She found out that she's a lot braver than she thought she was. She stood up for herself and she's not going to be walked over. You know, it was pretty much a boring episode for me. I'm glad that it was the finale, but I am absolutely here for the 4-part reunion. I wish they could have condensed it into 3 parts, but I'll take it. I'm just saying. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Whew, they were doing a lot, right? This was one hell of a season. And until next time, bye.